Lord, give me strength in my weakness and weakness in my strength. Keep me from growing conceited. Give me a steady hand and a clear conscience. Give me guidance through the days to come. Anxiety tries to overtake me. The darkness, the corruption. One punch after another, and we start to break down. Because we cannot do this on our own. We cannot do this. We are just people. We are just flesh. We are weak. Our intelligence is confused by the wisdom of God. It rains down on us. Here it comes. It rains down and you give us shelter. Please pray for all those affected in the floods. And I fear it's just the first of many. The end times is coming. God has told me this. Look how he gives me shelter in this storm. I'm nobody special. I'm not some chosen one who has all the answers and all the secrets because God sends me special favor. I am a humble servant, just trying to get by like everyone else. But I was broken enough to throw myself at Christ's feet. Throw myself at the mercy of God. We grew up in a secular nation, a secular world. The United States especially, but most of Western society. It made us weak. Even our churches, they succumb to the secularism, the demonic secularism. And they call us evil. They call us evil when we say we should bring God back into life. Worship God again. They call us fascists. They call us every name in the book. They don't know what they're talking about. They're lost little children lashing out because they don't get their way. All of us are lost little children lashing out because we don't get our way. Rain on me. Please. He shows me signs and visions of what's to come. Again, not because I'm some special person, but because I choose to have a relationship with him. I choose to deny myself and take up the cross. And I'm never going to be perfect. And none of you ever are either. And Christ tells us to strive to be. But he knows we will never be. Because if we could erase the doubt, erase the sin in our life, we would be one with God completely. But that's not what we're here for. We're not here to be some perfect people. Find anyone in the Bible anyone besides Jesus Christ himself, who was even close to perfect. You see people failing, falling, breaking, and then lamenting. And God, he picks up the pieces, not because they are better than anyone else. King David, Peter, the apostle. You go down the list of every single one. Jonah, Job. We all are so flawed. The only reason it seems we have favor from God is because we choose to have that relationship with him. And it's true. He does have to draw us in first. But that doesn't mean that it's some luck of the draw. That we can't have that same connection with him. All you have to do is humble yourself. But I know that most of you aren't ready to. I wasn't ready to. Until my life got so hard that I had to. I searched for him my entire life. I felt him as a child, and I thought that was just how life was. It was just normal. God was right there with me all the time. And he is. But see, what we don't understand is that we turn away from him. We do it over and over again. We turn away from him. From the time I was 16 years old, it was me running from him. And I was telling myself that I was running towards him. But I knew, deep down inside, I knew that I had to go to those hellish places. I had to walk through hell to get to heaven. Because if I hadn't, I would not have been humbled the way I was. I would not have known his grace. Because when you have a good life, when everything goes your way, you don't recognize the grace. You say, why would I give this up? Christ told us that it's easier for a camel to cross through an eye of a needle than a rich man to go to heaven. He says this because a rich man worships his money. He even had people coming to him saying, please, please, what do I need to do? And he told one rich man, sell off everything you own and follow me. And do you think that man did it? Do you think that man could do that? No, he tried to trick him. It was too much. He was too hooked on the comforts. He didn't believe enough to give that up. And there are too many things, even I, when it comes to giving them up, I push back. And just like the story of Jonah, I've said it'd be better off if I was dead. Just take my life. And Jonah wanted his life to end so much. He wanted the suffering to end because the suffering was too much for him. He couldn't even see the gifts he was given. And he was given so much. Something most people would do anything for. And for me, I live in poverty. I live in pain. Constant pain. My mother, she got out of surgery this morning. I have to travel for 2 days to get up to Pennsylvania because my dad goes into surgery on Friday. My uncle's dying. He was one of the ones helping take care of him. My sister is breaking under the pressure. My wife is breaking under the pressure. Everyone I know is breaking under the pressure. So what do we do? What do we do when we are being crushed? You throw yourself at Christ's feet. I don't care how many people bitching and complaining to you, telling you what you need to do because they know so much. What you have to do, they know nothing. The King is coming back again. And this time, it's not some humble, suffering God. This time, he is the mighty, kingly God. And he still has love and compassion. Of course, he does. And we should not be scared of this. We should rejoice. We should rejoice in the end times because we are his humble servants. He was teaching us by example, by sacrifice, by love, how we endure this suffering. We endure it and we focus only on God, never looking away. We never look away again, and we will never be straying again. We will never be lost again. We will never feel hopeless again. We will never feel crushed. Because like the strength of Samson, he lifts that weight off of us. Or gives us the power to. I always wondered why God gave me such physical strength when all I did with it was waste it. All I've done with it, it seemed wasted. My back gave out, did me no good anymore. Or did it? Because I'm still walking, I'm still moving. 5 years after they tell me I have to have another surgery, my 5th one, I'm still going without it. And I'm bearing this pain. I'm bearing the pain, the thorn in my side, just like the Apostle Paul. It reminds me to always keep my eyes on God and always bow my head before him. And as you saw, as it was pouring down rain when I started this video, he gave me shelter, and now the sun comes out. Because he is the ultimate hope. He is the author of life. He is a loving, compassionate God. And if you think that there's something more important than that to follow, if you think that listening to your parents or your wife or your friends is anything close to following the creator of the universe, then I can't help you. Because there's a time for everything, there's a season for everything. I don't care what anyone says except for what God tells me to do. He tells me to love all these people. All these people, if you read the story of Job, he was left with only his wife. And his wife was just mocking him, saying, "Why do you still follow this God who makes you suffer so much?" After he took everything from him. But the point of the story was, he didn't take everything from him. The devil took everything from him. And it wasn't even close to everything. Because the most important thing that Job had, he kept through it all. Through his family and fortune, lost. His angry, bitter wife telling him what a loser he was. And he kept his faith through it all. The most important story we need to learn and we need to follow. I don't care if it's your soulmate. I don't care who it is who tells you anything going against God. You're a fool. You're a fool if you listen to them. Because flesh and things of this world only lead to your destruction. And you will be selling your soul bit by bit. All right, everybody. I have got to go. I'm recording a few videos so I can post them. I'm going to be in the hospital, running back and forth and doing things, so there's going to be a few days when I won't be able to record videos, but I should have enough to post one at least every day. But I want to please beg of you, right now, we need to show compassion. Right now, if you're sitting there in the comfort of your home, even if you're living in a homeless shelter, there is people who have lost every possession they've had. And let's say you are in a homeless shelter. You still have it better than them because you understand how to live like that. How to live with nothing except for your faith in God. So please do anything you can, anything. If you have anything to give, which I understand a lot of you don't, and there's no Do not be ashamed of that. It's just how God needs it to be right now. If you have money, if you have items to give it for the people who've lost all their possessions. Because I'm telling you, this is just the first of many trials we're going to go through. There's another storm coming right after this. And the King is coming back soon. I don't know where, I don't know when. But I will not be caught terrified. I will be rejoicing. Because he showed me the grace. And I've loved him every single day since he saved me. And I'll continue to love him no matter what hell I find myself in. I love you all so much. God bless.